Stopped the last recording because I was about to run out of space on that one because, well, I can't do more than a video. I mean, more than an hour on a video, so we're starting right at the end. So I'm just going to title this video the end. I'll include the cutscenes and post-end credit scenes as well.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, please, Miles, please. Please. Yes, Miles, you're giving me goosebumps right now. You're giving me goosebumps right now, please.
It's gonna work, but I gotta try.
Please make it work. Please. I don't want Harry to come through all that hell for nothing. Another one. It should work in this case because it was on the chest where it was planted. It stopped his heart. Bring it back. Bring it back. Oh, thank God.
Thank you. Gotta get to the hospital.
Thing is, he still has his cancer and sickness. So how long is he even going to last? I want to see this guy dressed up like a t-shirt and shorts. See what he looks like without business stuff on. I think it's a bad idea for Miles to show off his hair. People will probably be able to get the idea of like, oh, that's Miles' hairstyle. It's the height of Miles as well. Anyway, I really hope Harry's gonna be alright. I really do.
Harry.
Pulse is weak. We gotta move.
What have you done? What have you done to him? I'm sorry. I'm coming with you. Wait.
It's not Peter's fault. Matter of fact, Peter's the reason he's still breathing. Please make it, Harry.
There are traces of brain activity, but his chances of coming back are very slim.
Oh.
Just keep him alive.
The green. He's wearing green. Wait, Ryza said that now he's wearing more relaxed clothes. But he's wearing green. Is it Green Goblin? Feel bad. I really do feel bad for Norman as well. He lost his wife. His parents are probably dead. His only child. You should never have to die before your child. I mean, after your child.
Get the G serum ready.
Yes, that's what I thought it was. The G serum. But for him or for Harry? The world may never
For the
know.
last few years, tragedy has tried to tear the city apart. But we somehow kept going. We battled sickness, evil, cataclysm. We are tired, anxious, stressed, numb. But we have never lost hope. The city needs to heal. We're
It
all
does.
ready to return to normal, but what is normal?
And what defines
No
healing?
longer exists. Over the last half hour, I've talked about how these events have changed me. But what about you? In this ongoing series, I will be talking with people throughout the city.
It's a whole hour,
Exploring their new
not a half hour.
behaviors, new routines, new thoughts and feelings. I hope you'll join me on this journey. This has been Mary Jane Watson, and you're listening to The New Normal.
The new normal.
Episode 1, done.
Nice.
Are these good to go?
In a minute, I want to show you something first.
Okay.
It has molasses in it.
Is it a wedding ring?
Yum, I'll take those.
Given by a reference from the old man in a side story? Is it a wedding ring? Is he about to propose to her?
Thanks again for the donation, Peter.
Basketball hoop? No? Why should be a part of this symbiote? Just like, hey, remember this thing?
Pete.
Oh, the Emily May Foundation. Well, that's sweet. Alert.
Have you talked to Miles about?
Not yet.
Oh, is she pregnant?
You ready?
Oh, she's pregnant.
Miles. I've been meaning to talk to you about something. I have been talking to you all the time. It's great to talk. So many
Spider-Man retiring?
good talks. I just haven't been talking to you about what I should have been talking to you about. Pete. Wait, let me start again. I got this. All of it.
Yeah.
Go be Peter Parker for a while.
Is he taking a break or retiring then?
Are you sure? It's a big city. I can handle it.
As long as I can still call you for advice.
You don't need it. Maybe not now, but there'll come a time. I'm here for you. Always. Hey, bro. See you.
This is real life. These guys have their identities known within days of their first mission. Alright, so she's not pregnant. He wasn't going to propose. I don't know. I just thought it'd be like one of those two things because he made it sound really romantic. If anything. Hey, it's fall. It's fall right now, too. Perfect. And there's the credits. Well, those are two kind of cool credits. Well, what I think about this game, it was perfect. Everything, down to the last minute detail. It was and is absolutely amazing. Oh my god. You know, I love it when you first start out, it's Sandman. And then you see that it's got that the main villain is going to be Kraven very shortly on. And then after that, you're able to see that, well, Sandman attacked the city not because he wanted to, but because Kraven kind of forced him into it. So, Kraven then becomes the main villain. Eventually, over time, you start to realize these little signs that Harry has the symbiote within him. It starts out with a very little sign to, oh, he accidentally broke a whack-a-mole type of based. I mean, like a test your strength hammer type of thing. And then afterwards, it became a, oh, what's it called? It was on that same night where that symbiote started to show through his arms. It started to show. And then it tried to go to Peter. And then the direction started to shift towards the symbiote and Kraven, not just Kraven. And a lot of these villains in previous games like Tombstone and Mysterio seem to, take a brighter turn and try not to live out the rest of their lives as villains. So that's pretty cool as well. Very good development of characters. And, there's also focus on the Lizard as Kraven injects Dr. Connors with whatever it is to turn him into the Lizard. And then he rapidly evolves and mutates and sheds his own skins off and scales to become even larger and more powerful and stronger. So that's really awesome. And all at this time, while this is happening, before he turns into the Lizard, right after Kraven injects the serum within him, well, Spider-Man is about to die. He has a stab wound and he's not going to heal from it. And then Harry saves him. How? By not purposely but giving the symbiote to him. And with that, Peter is able to heal himself with the symbiote. And unfortunately though, Harry is no longer able to be cured of his cancer and sickness without it. And that's basically what happens. The symbiote evolves as the longer it stays in Peter, it evolves more and more and more over time until he basically starts to show many signs of not just a negative Peter, but Venom as well, with a deeper voice, the reckless, non-humane actions, just more of a beast or a monster type of thing. And then later on, well, he fights Kraven, he fights Miles. Miles is able to knock him out of it, right? Right. And then Harry gets so mad enough that he breaks the capsule that the symbiote was in, takes it in, and then instantaneously becomes Venom. So that's very awesome right there. And I really, really love that it's right here where the shift focuses from Kraven and the symbiote to straight up Venom. And it really proves to you that Venom is now the main villain because, well, you get to play as him for a mission, so that's really nice. Really, really awesome, actually. And what's not Peter, that was his name. And what's really awesome is you get to fight and kill Kraven as Venom. So that's really awesome. And it really emphasizes on who is now the bigger threat. Kraven cannot stand up to Venom. Kraven is not as strong as Venom. Throughout this entire game, yep, see right there, just like that. Throughout this entire game, Kraven was the big threat. And then Venom comes along, and then Kraven stands no chance against Venom. So it establishes Venom as the main threat. And I love that they did that. The only way that they could stop Venom is because of Mr. Lee. If Mr. Lee didn't step in and helped, then seriously, they wouldn't have stopped Venom. Venom would have seriously won. The entire world would become a symbiote. Fortunately, it did though. Peter was able to get the anti-venom, and then they saved the world. Now what happens to Harry? We will see. Oh my God, there he is.
What?
Dr. Dr. Otto Octavius.
The Spider-Man. You know who they are, don't you?
Why?
They ruined my son.
No, they didn't. That was all you, Norman. How's he gonna react, though?
Good. We all have to experience loss. Even you, Norman.
I respect Otto for saying that. I really do.
What are you writing?
The final chapter.
The final chapter, aka Spider-Man 3. I bet it's gonna be Spider-Man 3. I really hope it is. But I kept asking myself throughout the game, and I know I said it sometimes as well, but where is Dr. Otto Octavius? Where is he at? I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. Because Kraven took out the villains. He captured the villains. The only villain I don't remember seeing, yeah, I'm pretty sure, I seriously think all the villains are dead, except for, like, the villains that were villains in previous games are dead, except for Mr. Lee and Otto, because I remember looking at those cells when we were as Miles trapped right before we did the arena against Mr. Lee. Everyone in that cell, all the cells were empty, and I think it's because, one, we obviously saw him kill Scorpion. We obviously saw that happen, but we also are able to imply that Mr. Lee probably beat the other guys, the other villains. He probably did, because right before we fought him as Miles, he says, "Trust me, kid, you can't get out of here. I've tried." I'm pretty sure he tried to let the other guys live, and maybe even try to team up against Kraven, but it obviously didn't work. And so he probably had to kill them. So Mr. Lee's technically, other than Otto, because we can't say because he wasn't in this at all, except for right there, we can probably imply that Mr. Lee is probably the strongest villain from the last game, which is pretty cool to think about, because Electro is pretty cool, Vulture and Scorpion's probably not as cool, but Vulture's also pretty cool. But he took them all out, which is pretty awesome. And Dr. Otto Octavius, the leader of the Sinister Six, he was apparently in prison under what looked like to be Oscorp property. So he was probably somewhere downstairs or something like that, but somewhere that was under the specific supervision of the one and only Norman Osborn. So that's very, very good writing right there. That's really, really good. And it doesn't give you direct answers. It's something that you have to think about a little bit. And I don't think that they will ever give you a direct answer until after this game's been out for a little bit. And then they'll probably say, or yes, they're alive, or no, they were killed by Mr. Lee or Kraven. Either way, very, very great storytelling. This game has it's amazing great storytelling. I loved it. I seriously did. And a matter of fact, I actually bought the collector's edition, and if that was not Venom on that statue, and that was Kraven instead, I probably wouldn't have bought the damn statue. But I love the fact that you can play as, I love the fact that you could have a mission as Venom. That's amazing. Favorite character. And Insomniac did say that they were probably throwing around the idea of having a Venom spin-off if the reception for Venom is well, and I really hope it is, because this gives my approval rating of a thumbs up. But anyway, excuse me, I had a belch out there for a minute, but I'm really looking forward to what they have planned for the future. And what does Dr. Otto Octavius think of the Spider-Man? Does he hate them? More so Peter than Miles, because he doesn't really know Miles. But does he hate Peter? Or does he not? It's hard to tell. But we'll just have to see in the future game. I wonder if they're going to do kind of like what they did with Miles, kind of like a spin-off game, and then do Spider-Man 3. Because I believe there will be a Spider-Man 3 after that. He did say the final chapter, and I do feel like it's probably safe to say that the next one would probably, like Spider-Man 3 would probably be the finale of it all. No guarantees, but I think it's safe to say that. I do hope that whatever comes next is really great, and I have no doubts that this team of Insomniac will struggle to basically make everything amazing. The unfortunate side is, though, you know, it's up for debate if they do a spin-off or not. And if they do a spin-off, what spin-off is it? Like, is it going to be a Venom spin-off? Is it going to be another Miles Morales 2? I don't think it's going to be another Miles Morales 2. Nothing against Miles. I love Miles as a character. But I do think they did well as, well, just the fact that, you know, the first Spider-Man game, it sets up Spider-Man. I feel like it makes sense to have a game over Miles, but then after that, bring Miles into Spider-Man, like they did right here, be greater, be together, be greater together. I feel like it was a great idea to have it as Spider-Man 2 with both of them. That way they continue on with using that formula instead of doing like a separate thing for him. But I would definitely not be against a spin-off game for Venom. Matter of fact, I'd be in support of it. If you go back that video, We Are Venom video, whatever part it is, you could just tell the excitement in my blood, in my veins, in my voice, my expressions. I loved it. I loved it a lot. I liked it a lot. I really did. And as you could imply, I was very happy we could play as him in that one mission, but I do wish we could have played as him a little bit more. But I also love that when Venom actually turns out, like when Venom is actually spawned and created, that we actually get to use him right away instead of having him set up as the villain and then use him as the villain. That way you still feel heroic in a way, if that makes sense. When he first comes out, he's more so kind of defending himself a little bit type of thing, and then when then he fights against Kraven, and then you feel good about killing Kraven as Venom. Like, you feel good, you feel satisfied after everything that Kraven's done. You feel satisfied about it. But that's what I love that many people are probably going to miss, the fact that the Spider-Man don't kill people, so if they wanted to, they very well could have had the chance to kill Kraven. They really could have, especially with the symbiote suit on Peter. If Miles didn't help him out, right there, Peter would have killed him. Simple as that. And that's really, really great stuff right there. It really is. And I love the fact that it's Venom that kills him instead of someone else putting him away, because it shows what actually happens when you kill the villain instead of just put him in their place. Look at what happened in Spider-Man 1. Otto put himself in those shoes, and Peter could have had the chance to either help him out, send him to prison, or maybe even kill him if he really wanted to. We all know he wouldn't have, but he had the chance. He even could have helped him out, because he still has feelings for Otto, because he cares for Otto. He really does. And he made that choice. He made the right choice just to put him in prison. In Miles Morales, the choice, the main antagonist, well, it actually ended up being her choice, but she sacrificed herself to save the city. Would Miles like that outcome? No, but was he able to cope with it? He was. He was able to realize that that's the right decision. And right here, it shows you when Venom becomes vicious, that it's not the right decision to kill someone. Because after he killed someone, after you play as Venom, the direction shifts back to the good guys. And it shows you, from an outsider perspective looking in, when you're not the one with the power, it shows you that that's not good news. So that's really awesome. How many credits are there? It's still going. How long is this video? Oops, not that. 23 minutes. Okay, almost 24 here in about 24. Oh, just 1 second too short. But yeah, the storytelling is very great. There's lots of little details that many people may or may not miss. But one thing that they did really good at was keeping you on your toes throughout the entire story. Whether it's flashbacks or just being Peter or just being Miles, they do really good at keeping you on your story. And the introduction of this game, I'm not exaggerating when I say this is the best introduction to a game that you could possibly get. It seriously is. I really don't know how you can get any better than that. You start out with a, big boy villain type of thing. So that was really well done. And then after that, you already hop in knowing, okay, Kraven's coming. 6 months ago, Kraven's coming. And it's a good thing that they mentioned that it was 6 months ago. That way, everyone knows that it was yeah, there took place before, and Kraven actually had time to get his army and men and women over to that New York. And matter of fact, Kraven's theme's playing right now, so that's nice. Anyway, though, very well done on that. And like I said, that was really good at keeping you intrigued throughout. And as one thing I also noticed is when Kraven first shows up, like right after you finish Sandman, I wonder what happens to Sandman. I wonder if he's going to be in this post-end credit scene right here, or who is it going to be? Like, is it going to be Harry? Or is it going to be Norman? Is it going to be Sandman? It probably won't be Sandman, but we'll see here in a few minutes. But they did good because right when you're starting to get used to and warm up to Kraven, that's when the symbiote starts to take place. And the symbiote is first, like, no one knows anything about the symbiote except for Dr. Connors. And maybe Norman. No, never mind. Norman obviously knows, but Dr. Connors is the only one that knows of the full power of what the symbiote is aware of. Capable of. So that's very, very well done. That when you're already starting to get used to Kraven, that's when the symbiote becomes more powerful. And then right when Kraven is at his peak of power and you can't do anything against him, and frightenedness type of thing, when he stabs Peter basically to death. He stabs him, he basically would have died right there if not for the symbiote. And it's really good that when you're starting to get to that climax, that tip-top point of Kraven's story and what he is and what his goals are, right when it starts, right on that falling action, on that climax, and that's when the symbiote goes right into Peter. That way you have a two-way street of, you gotta focus on the symbiote, you gotta focus on Kraven, you gotta focus on the personal lives, you gotta focus on Dr. Connors because he's turning into the Lizard now. You gotta focus on those things. And I do like that Peter did not end up turning into Venom, because it kind of would have gone away from who Peter really is as a person. But I am glad that we were able to get that one mission. And for the love of all that is holy, thank God that you get to kill Kraven as Venom. It's perfect. It seriously is. There's no better way they could have done it. And it's fun that you get to play it. So that's awesome. And I feel like when you play as Venom, it's just really easy, because you're really powerful type of thing. It doesn't come down to any tactics. Like when you're playing as a Spider-Man, there's a lot of tactics involved. When you're coming down to Venom, just maul right through. And so I do think that if they made Venom if they had more playable Venom, they should have done at most 2 more missions, because, after 3 missions of that, people would probably get a little bored, just because it's just full on beat 'em up, and just keep going and beat 'em up instead of any tactic. I do feel like there's a little bit of lackluster of tactics involved with using Venom. So if they would have done anything more on Venom, it would just been 2 more missions at most, in my opinion. But if they do a spin-off game, they can obviously make it more interesting in terms of playing him. Just the amount, what they did when you get to play as him is perfect, so that's good. And MJ, I haven't mentioned MJ yet. Her character in this story, I said that in a bad way, but I mean in a good way. Her character in the story is really great. She is, and she even gets affected by the symbiote in some way. Everybody that's a main character, except for Miles, is affected by the symbiote. You play as MJ a few times, she gets affected by the symbiote. You play as Peter, he obviously gets affected by the symbiote. You get Harry, he obviously turns into Venom. And, it's very, very well done on MJ's part, because her character stays consistent throughout the story, and she stays human, unlike Peter. What's their face? I can't think. Harry. Thank you. I don't know why I said thank you. I'm talking to myself here. Anyway, and they did good at their gameplay as well, because in the first outing of the first game, her gameplay in that game was 20 times worse than what it is in this game. Because in this game, you feel useful when you use MJ, other than just getting information. Like, MJ feels like a useful, essential part to this, because she's able to attack the enemies and defend herself. But at the same time, you also had to stay back and reserved. Kind of like turns like a third-person shooter type of thing. So I really like that they added that to MJ, instead of just having it as the same thing. They probably got the complaints of, oh, that's not so much fun playing as MJ, which it really wasn't, but they definitely pulled through on that, so that's really, yeah, that belch again, that's really good. And now I'm yawning. Ugh, excuse me. But that was really well done. Now I'm just waiting for these credits to end, because I don't have too much to do right now. Sorry, I'm just giving someone a quick text. Alright, so there was something I was thinking to myself throughout playing this game. I remember last year, other than Sonic Frontiers, because, you know, I'm a huge Sonic fan. I'm going to be biased towards that game, unless it's terrible, which it wasn't. It was really good, so that's good. But last year, Sony even released God of War Ragnarok, which is a PS4 and PS5 exclusive. And then now, the following year, they released this shit, which is just a flat-out PS5 exclusive. I mean, Sony, PlayStation, Insomniac. I should not say that. I shouldn't say PlayStation on this then. But, because then the voice thing will activate. I cannot think of who made God of War Ragnarok. Let me look real quick. I have it right here. I just need to see who it is. Oh, what company was it? Santa Monica Studio. Yeah, that's what it is. Santa Monica Studios. They did phenomenal on that game as well. So, you know, going back to that video that I made earlier at the beginning of the year, how the PS5 and Sony are thriving, and PlayStation as well. Very, very well. It's very good. And the storytelling games that they make is just amazing. God of War Ragnarok was really, really good. And this game is really, really good. The only downside about this game, and just in general how Spider-Man games can be, is the repetition. But this game, it doesn't really have repetition, and if it does, it's not a lot. They did really well, because you don't really get annoyed, per se. For example, right when you first started playing as Peter, you have the iron spider legs, and that's good. It's a lot better than it is in the first game, because in the first game they're kind of just, you know, there. But in this game they actually have like a really good effect and use on them. And you also earn more abilities as each section of each character. And what, you know, when you start out with Peter without the symbiote suit, your special attacks are based over the iron spider legs. But when you get the symbiote, they're based over the symbiote powers. And then when you get the anti-venom suit, they're based over the anti-venom powers. So they do good at like spicing up what you use, type of thing, and without full-on changing the gameplay. So that's very well done. And same thing with Miles. He goes from the venom powers to those lightning powers as the game progresses. And I think he even gets he just gets those. And they both get that, you know, that surge or lightning power, the rage or the blast power type of thing. But very, very well done. And what was I thinking? They're very evenly dispersed throughout the game. Like, you get Miles' first new attack like at the beginning of the game, you get his last new attack around the very end of the game. While Peter's, you get a lot more, and it stays more consistent throughout the story, other than just at the beginning and at the end like Miles is. But it's also because he has a lot more to offer, because the symbiote suit and the anti-venom, I should say. So it's very, very well done. But I do not regret buying the collector's edition. That statue is quite honestly amazing. I love it. and this game is amazing, I'm being serious. If you have a PS5, buy this game. Hell, if you don't even have a PS5, buy this game. It is fully worth it. It really is. This game is... I enjoyed every second of this game. And I'm happy that I was able to tell myself and convince myself to actually play through this whole game on a full playthrough. This is my very first time actually doing a full playthrough of, you know, a game. So that makes me very happy that I was able to convince myself to do that. Oh, my YouTube just updated. Thingy-ma-bobber. And now it's loading. Loading. Man, these credits are taking a while. How long have I been sitting here? Holy crap, I've been here for quite a while. Looks like there's a... I'm going through my YouTube channel thing right now. Looks like there's a... Nope, we good? Are we good? I think we're good. Alright, I think we're good. Never mind. Nope, there's something right here as well. Alright, we're good. I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. Holy crap, these credits are taking a while. I'm just sitting here, just trying to, I guess, be entertaining, to say the very least. If anyone's even watching this, how many, have you guys played this game? And if you haven't, do you have any interest in playing this game? And I can probably guarantee at some point, I can't guarantee it, but I can probably say at some point my mother will be watching this video. So, Mother, I think you should play this game. You know, it's very sad that I'm resorting to just say my mother instead of my viewers. Oh well, it happens. Life happens. Besides, I'm still very small, obviously. 92 subscribers, that's still very small, obviously. So a lot of growing can and will be made. I hope. I promise, and I hope. Marvel games, are we getting close? Are we getting close to the end? Oh, I hope so. I'm starting to get a headache just sitting here. My head's starting to get hot, my ears are starting to get hot. Take some ibuprofen while I'm at it. Oh, I just now realized there's a skip button. You gotta be kidding me. Should I skip it? Because I think I'm almost done. I'll just give it like another minute or so, and then I'll probably skip it afterwards. After this section right here, if it seems like there's going to be a lot more after this section, I'll skip it. I seriously didn't know I could skip this. I'm skipping this. I had no idea I could skip it. I thought I pressed every button possible. Oh, I forgot about her date. I forgot about who this is. Who is this guy? Who is it? Okay. Obviously, Haley, I believe, right?
Haley, hi.
Hi, Haley.
Hope you're hungry.
Where's the sign language thing down? Oh, I forgot she was talking. That's
Who's
fine.
almost ready? Why don't you go show her your essay? You worked so hard on it.
I knew from the very beginning, this man that she's seeing is going to be important. But who is it? Who is it? I need to know. So what's this about, eh?
Some guy in Harlem. Probably seen him volunteering in the city, helping out his city council mom, and trying to live up to his hero dad.
Oh wait, I thought she was talking about the guy that her mom, that his mom's seeing. I didn't know she was talking about the essay. Whoops. Imagine if the FBI just raided his house and saw that.
Yeah.
They're going to kiss right here. There it is. And there's that. He's here, isn't he? The guy is here. Who is the guy? Watch it be Mr. Lee. Oh, wait, no, it can't. She'll see him beforehand.
Hi. Miles, Haley. This is Albert.
Albert?
Hi, nice to meet you. Oh, and this is my daughter, Cindy.
I don't know who those people are. I feel like I should, but I don't think I do. Oh, I'm gonna look it up real quick. Who are they? So, Albert and Sydney? Congrats, you finished the story, but both Peter and Miles are still available to continue. You can now start a fresh adventure with ultimate difficulty. So is that like a new game plus or no?
What's up, New York?
Level
Previous
up.
drones are still hunting people. Gotta track them down.
Alright, well, I'm going to see if I can find out. Yeah, who is Cindy? Who is this? Spanish, yes, small changes, yeah, who is PS5 Cindy? Yes, the final post-credit scenes, Miles Odyssey, finally meeting you, yep, one of the long-running by Sparrow Congress. Character Albert Moon, who arrives for dinner with the daughter Cindy. While Albert introduces himself Cindy to Miles, gamers do not get a chance to see Cindy. But this looks to be a tease at another spider person potentially joining the fray. In the comics, Cindy Moon goes on to become the wall crawler hero Silk after being bitten by the same spider that was responsible for giving Peter Parker his Spidey powers. Silk and Miles previously appeared alongside each other in several Spider-Man storylines post-Secret Wars, but she is usually depicted as a little bit older than Miles Morales. There's no confirmation Cindy will go on to do her Silk alter ego in future Spider-Man games, but this could be the first step to a much bigger story for the teenage hero. Okay, so if they do that then, it's a possibility that they might do a Miles Morales 2 then, which I guess would make sense at that point then. But we'll just see how Sonic takes it in the future. I really hope you guys enjoyed the series. I know I have. I really have enjoyed this series. I've enjoyed doing this. It's been a lot of fun. And I'm glad and I'm proud of myself I was able to actually go on and do this instead of just giving up after 2 episodes, which I'm notoriously known for doing, for myself at least. Let's see what new suits we got. The 10th anniversary suit, sweet. And did we get a new one? Can we go back to the, we can. Oh, we can even do the black suit and the symbiote suit. Okay, that's such a cool little detail that I like. There's a black suit and a symbiote suit. Just like, you know, the normal black suit that you see, and then the symbiote suit with its kind of like corruption type of thing, symbiote feeling on it. I really like that. That's really cool. I really hope you guys enjoyed the series. I, for one, did. I'm going to take a little break, and then I'm probably going to come back and play some side missions and all that, and enjoy the hell out of this game. I hope you guys enjoyed, and take care. Sayonara.